Sound like a dog was hit by a car.
Hey, we're live.
Hey, we're live. We are live.
We don't even do this here, huh? I forgot. Let's just jump in. I forgot. It's been a year. What are we doing here?
Hey, man. Crazy times, man. You know, the ongoing global pandemic has us all out of sorts still, you know? Gang's all here for the live stream.
Has us all on our gang shit, doesn't it, Dave?
Straight up. Like, I told Alyssa earlier, my wife, if you're new here, like, she's like, how long are you going to be on your gang shit? I'm like, I don't know. Like, this might just be like the new norm.
It's just so ridiculous, man.
You know what I mean?
Hey, yeah, I know what you mean. Just a way of life at this point, Dave. You're from the streets, man.
Don't mind me. I'm just sending out promotional tweets as I intro the pod. We've got a special guest. Let me intro Dylan. Dylan's here. He's below me. You probably know who he is. Of Circling Back fame, of TFM fame,
yes.
Mr. Pratt.
Don't.
I'm sorry. I know. That was uncool.
I am happy to be here. I had a couple cavities removed about a few hours ago, and it's starting to wear. The numbness is starting to wear off, but half my mouth is not really cooperating very well. But you know, we're going to do this. We're going to get through it.
Dylan,
yes, KJ, raising your hand.
Is your cavity numb?
Well, I had two teeth cavities filled, Dave.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
So,
I guess that was what my question was. I wasn't sure. You said you had cavities removed, and I'm like, I didn't know they could just snatch those hoes out your mouth.
No, they're filled, KJ.
I figured you were getting some holes filled earlier.
Good to see you too, man. How you doing?
AJ used to be better than this, and now he's not because of me.
Will's here.
So lighting right now.
I can fall below the line now that Will's here.
It's our celeb guest picker, Will DeFreeze of Circling Back in Sunday Scaries fame.
It's your boy. Great to be here, guys. I know that everybody's been waiting for my NFL picks, and so I'm very excited to be the guest picker this week.
Yeah, celebrity guest picker, that is. You are
celebrity guest picker, yeah.
Yes.
You got some big shoes to fill because, you know, last week we had Kane Brown on.
I mean, that's quite the guest.
He's going to perform later. He's going to do his song Worship You. Check out Circling Back if you want more on that.
I was going to ask you to name one Kane Brown song, but I guess I missed that you've already listed a Kane Brown song.
Well, we didn't only list it. We did a dramatic reading and interpretation of it. It was quite nice. Check out Circling Back. We're gonna pick some games. We're gonna talk some weekend in football. But before we do that, guys, I have something I'm very happy to announce. The NFL's back. Fire up your tailgate, Dylan. Get in on the action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. And with the NFL returning, DraftKings is giving new customers $200 in free bets instantly when you bet $1 or more on any football game. Listen up. You just don't want to miss this. That's okay. Head to the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and place a bet of $1 or more on any Week 1 game to receive $200 in free bets instantly. Free bets instantly. If Sportsbook is not yet available in your state, DraftKings still has a huge cash prize up for grabs all season long with their daily fantasy contest. How about that? And for Week 1, DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at a $1 million top prize. Nothing adds to the excitement of watching a game quite like having a free shot at $1 million. That's huge. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code WASH to receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any football game and get a free shot at $1 million top prize with your first deposit. That's promo code WASHED this week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, and Pennsylvania only. New customers only, minimum $5 deposit and a $1 wager required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or in Indiana, 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Let's get back to that gabagool.
Guess who just crushed that read?
Damn, Dave. Take a breath, man. You crushed that.
Well, wasn't a perfect game, but it was a shutout.
It was a no-hitter.
As Ross mentions, I can't believe you had that memorized, Dave. I threw a last-minute audible on the rundown, especially since we have Will agrees with us. Before we get into all of our football activities, and then I will, say that we'll keep this to 30 minutes. But Riders' picks, captain's picks were announced today. Initial thoughts: Steve Stricker announced Tony Finau, Xander Schauffele, Jordan Spieth, Harris English, Daniel Berger, and Scotty Scheffler. That's his first name, right?
Highland Park's own. He's very tall.
As his captain's picks.
He's the only name that is surprising to me.
He's been good.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, what do you want Kevin Na, Dylan? Just say you want Kevin.
I'm just saying he's very
guy.
like he's been playing well, but like he just started like he's very green. All right.
That's what I would say.
Longhorn, though. Hey, Longhorn, 2 Longhorns going. Love that.
I'm confused. Isn't the Ryder Cup USA versus Europe? How do we have an English guy on our team?
Damn, look at this guy.
Tony Finau's from America. You know that, right?
Okay. Hey, let me just say, it's such a pleasure to have Will here because the dude, like, when no one else will go there, will definitely go there. Doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
He's the Bible of live streams.
Did you guys know that the Dallas Cowboys are the most expensive franchise in sports? Crazy.
Expensive is one way to put it. Forbes would phrase it another way, but I understand.
People are still talking about your college football picks from last week. That was crazy. You went crazy with those picks.
Do you see that Bama game?
They're pretty good, dude.
Yeah, we did see it.
Actually.
They're good.
Yeah,
they're the real deal.
They're good.
For sure.
Yeah.
I might say he only went 1 for 1 because he also let us know Clemson would be great. And, well, there's some questions out there about Will's picks. We'll get to that here in a bit, though. I spent most of my morning in replies to people who were like, what about Cullen Morikawa? Why didn't he make it? What about Cantlay? I'm like, don't you guys know the rules? Like, they were automatic qualifiers, bro.
KJ knew that.
I was out there riding all day.
That's so embarrassing, man, that anybody would ever make that mistake.
Yeah. So that's Riders' picks. You've got a couple.
Very cool.
College football.
Let's go.
It can't come soon enough. And in fact,
Dave, it started last week. So 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. But just like second time around, second wind, you know how it goes.
Currently,
right.
Maybe
this
like
week's
you're staying in a hotel.
This week's action can't get here soon enough.
There we go. Real quick, a note on last week. It was an absolute smash, if you will, for the ratings, which I typically don't care much about, but it was such an improvement on last year, which was just all over the place with teams not playing, not starting till week 9, all of that. Georgia Clemson definitely took the cake on the week, making all of my takes about not wanting to and not watching the game sound dumb AF. Pulled in 8.8 million viewers. Notre Dame, Florida State, which we spent a ton of time on, rightfully so, 7.7 million viewers. It's up 42% over their game last year, which was Houston, Oklahoma. Don't recall that. Ohio State, Minnesota, also a good game. Didn't have another one to compare to. But the notable one was Big Nude Saturday for Fox. Penn State, Wisconsin, which was absolute bore for the first half with 60 yards of offense for Penn State in the first half. It was 106% improvement year over year, and that was Ohio State Lane Kiffin last year.
No.
Ohio State
Clay Travis effect.
That's true. Herschel Clay. There you go.
I mean, dude. They're 1 for 1. Saying.
That's true. And Georgia won. Let's dive into this week's games. Dylan, what stands out to you for college football?
Well, as a Longhorn fan and looking at the Texas-Arkansas game, it definitely has my attention. Old rivalry game. Love to see that. This Ohio State-Oregon game, which I know was a late add to our little rundown here, I'm excited to see that one as well. See if Ohio State is the real deal. And that the dude Thibodeau, is he a go for this week? Do we know?
IDK.
I'll find that out, folks. But
yeah.
I'm excited for both of those games.
When was the last time Arkansas and Texas played a meaningful game?
It wasn't that long ago, actually.
I would say every game that Arkansas plays is meaningful because it means more in the SEC.
Oh, great point, KJ.
There you go.
Very cool. Very cool.
Did you guys know that Arkansas's ex-coach Chad Morris is now coaching at Allen High School, noted powerhouse, home of it's where Kyler Murray went, among others. He lost last week, and it was their first loss, their first regular season loss in a very long time. So we're thinking good thoughts for Chad. No sassy comments about Chad. This is a Chad Morris podcast. Sorry, Chad. Hashtag Chad, that is.
I'm a big SEMO fan.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
He prefers that over Chomo for sure.
He is day to day, by the way. To
Okay.
Circle back to Kayvon Thibodeau.
Will, thoughts on I know you're a big Jim Harbaugh guy. You want the state of Michigan to continue making him the highest paid employee, him or maybe the guys who plotted Gretchen Whitmer's kidnapping, but
Probably entrapped.
they're trotting out a team against Washington who actually lost to Montana last week.
Really? I mean, I didn't pay much attention to the Huskies last week, unfortunately, but I did see that they were 0-1 going into this game with the Wolverines. And anytime you can see a win versus a Husky, you got to watch that fight go down. It might go down. Am I right? Okay. So I have no clue what to expect from this Michigan team. Are they going to be any good this year? I watched a quarter and a half of the first Michigan game, but I was a little distracted by the rest of the games on, unfortunately. But I mean, go Blue. What's the line on that game?
Michigan's favored by 7. I do want to double check. Is anyone else getting Will on Sony anti-skip Walkman?
Yep.
Damn it! Really?
Yeah, it's odd because it's not even like stuttering; it's just clipping, just like an anti-skip would do. So we'll sort that out.
Dude, some would say Shannon's the anti-skip.
Okay. Can we spend time on Monday? I didn't realize Michael Irvin was going to be on whatever the hell the show is called. First take.
Warm pizza.
That I'm gonna pull some audio, not just the highlights from last week, but we're gonna need all the Stephen A. and Michael Irvin audio going forward.
I will be watching that in some capacity because it is so far on the ridiculous that I have no choice but to like support it, and it's got my favorite 88 on there, so I will be watching.
No offense to CD Lamb. I do want to make note of a big game this week that I don't know many people have on their radar. Pitt taking on they'll be at Tennessee. Pitt's favored by 3 on the road against Tennessee. I think is notable. You've got Triple X Josh Heupel running a very similar offense to what he did at UCF, a lot quicker than I think what they look like in the past. They snuck out a win last week. For both of these teams, I'd be happy if they were relevant again, more so with Tennessee. So I'd stop looking at the SEC schedule in which like Bama plays Mercer this week and then Southern Mississippi and then New Mexico State later in the year, and they justify it because they played Miami last week and were favored by 15. So I'll be happy if some teams like Tennessee can step up and be competitive. Anything on the docket for you, David?
Did y'all see the Southern Miss coach audio where I think I tweeted it from Too Much Dip. What
You did.
I was very puzzled that I don't know if I don't have it right here to fire off, but it was just, he basically was very, very real, a real look in the mirror.
He referred to himself as a fraud, I believe.
The biggest fraud
the biggest
in 50
fraud
years.
the school had ever seen.
I bet that there's been a bigger fraud than the head football coach.
I mean, Brett Favre attended Southern Miss. Like, we don't have to look far. We'll say Southern Miss, underrated school for, attractive co-eds. That was a trip I did not expect to enjoy.
Okay, KJ.
Spent a lot of time on the side.
Bonk.
Let's bring back the Horny Report.
I guess otherwise this weekend, Utah BYU. Interest anyone? Holy War?
No.
Not exactly.
Oh, dude, I'm
Don't do
all
a ton
no,
for me.
no. You know what? Since we're here, I will go ahead and say it. I'm rocked up for this game. This is
Oh.
my rocked up game of the week.
Well,
Charlie.
put it back in your pants. Save it for later. How about that? Package the
Okay.
package.
Okay.
Rocked up game of the week. He said.
Yeah, you heard me.
I saw
know
it on the
what is it?
rundown. I have no idea what he was talking about, but I
It could either be a Hard Knocks segment or just us making boner jokes. Whatever you want to do, KJ.
okay. Iowa State well, it's not even at night. That kind of pisses me off. It's a 3 p.m. game. They're getting game day, but like I want Ames at night. If you're going to Ames, got to be at night. That's a little disappointing there. But Brock Purdy, I'm interested. Brees Hall, second to Bijan Robinson, top running back in the nation. Who knows? I don't know.
I'm looking up
Given-
all in on
given-
BYU this year.
You're getting soaked.
BYU's looking happy and healthy.
Okay.
What?
Dude, this guy's not afraid to go there.
I'm not afraid to talk Olivia Rodrigo in the middle of a college football podcast.
Oh, we can
Ooh.
talk this and do some Oro. Let's go.
We could do some Olivia Munn too, if you want to get scandalous.
John Mulaney already did that.
Okay. Okay. Well, let somebody else move us along to here. Hold on. Let me frame this up and
Oh, look at that. It's KJ with the read.
let's awkwardly set that up.
We're also brought to you by Vizzy, and we've even got KJ on it. So not only have we perverted his sense of humor and just his overall well-being, but he's now doing the Vizzy with us. It's the only hard seltzer with superfruit acerola and antioxidant vitamin C. You know that. We're doing it. It's my favorite seltzer. It's the only seltzer we drink. We've got a fridge full of it at the office, just staring me in the face every time I go in there. I'm gonna have one tomorrow. How about that, Will?
Prove it.
Odds?
Prove it.
We'll see about it.
Put
What's
that
your
figure
favorite
in
flav?
business.
What's your favorite flav, Will?
I've been on all the watermelons lately. The watermelons are a free level that I didn't know existed out of Vizzy. They're great for me.
Mm-mm. We're gonna drop you an ad, Will.
You're
Hold
chopping and screwing it like DJ Screw.
Let's try this. What about now?
Ask me what my favorite is, Dave.
Tell me.
It is the watermelon lemonade. I love all the lemonades, but the watermelon one really sticks out for me. It absolutely goes.
Look, it never hurts to add some vitamins or antioxidants in the mix. It just doesn't. With Vizzy, you can enjoy refreshment now with antioxidant vitamin C and at 5% ABV, 100 calories, and less than 1 gram of real cane sugar per can. Every sip of Vizzy, it's more exhilarating. How about that?
People
Upgrade to
forget
hard
that the
seltzer.
lemon. Sorry, let me interject. The lemonade flavors have 0 grams of sugar, David. People forget that.
Yeah, I clearly did.
Yeah.
Upgrade to Vizzy. Find out where you can purchase. Go to VizzyHardSeltzer.com/wash. That's VizzyHardSeltzer.com/wash. Must be 21 or older. Guys, let's grow up a little bit, man. Let's talk NFL real quick. Will, I know you were champing at the bit to talk NFL. You're pretty stoked on this Lions season. Give us like a full preview. Have you looked at the schedule? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, so I went to my butcher the other day and I hit him up and I was like, yo, dude, your boy needs some kneecaps to bite on during this NFL season. Can you get some in for me? And I was like, I don't care who they are. I don't care like what animal they're from. I'm eating kneecaps all season. It's over. I also have I recently got in some Mr. Black coffee liqueur. I will be using it on game day to make some 44-ounce espresso martinis, double barrel. And I see nothing but great things going into this Lions season.
Unbelievable. You're really
Yeah.
dedicated to this Lion season.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be my
Kneecaps-
safety team.
I mean, there are people wondering if I'm going to be watching every LA Rams game because I'm still a supporter of Matthew Stafford. And to those people wondering, I can confirm, yes, if the Rams have a better record than the Lions after the halfway point of the season, I will be watching every Rams game over the Lions.
Okay.
I got to tell you,
Wow.
Will, I think the chances of that happening are pretty good. Pretty good.
I don't know. We got Dan Campbell.
You do. Year one, Dan. It's year one, Dan, right?
Yeah.
Year one for sure.
That press conference seems like it was a year and a half ago.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
COVID, man.
we might need to figure out how we can get the Lions post-game press or post-game talks too, because he does not seem like the kind of man that will ho-hum his way through a post-game talk after getting beat by 30 and just give canned, we'll be better next week answers.
That'll be must-see TV. I need him to go on with what's his name, with Stephen A. and the Playmaker at some point. I need the three of them either in a room together or one of them on a Zoom call. Needs to happen.
Stephen A. would have fans on. I think you guys need to throw your hats in the ring.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Real quick, I did pull the futures odds for the year. Will, if I could interest you in winning $24,900 by a simple $100 bet, according to DraftKings line, that's all you would have to bet for the Lions to win the Super Bowl. Kansas City.
Do it, Will.
Yeah, I'm in. Like what? If you're not tossing down a little bit on your long shot team, what do you even bother? Why show up?
We're getting chopped and screwed, Will, and it's just I love every bit of it. It's not bad.
It's not so terrible. We can still understand what you're saying, so it's fine.
It's more.
It's okay, Will.
But to follow that up, MVP odds on favorite Patrick Mahomes plus 600, Rodgers, Josh Allen, Tom Brady, Dak. Follow that. One thing that I did find interesting: odds for win totals over under set for Kansas City at 12.5, Dallas at 9, Pittsburgh 8.5. Cincy, Jacksonville, Philly, all at 6.5. Detroit, 4.5. I can see, Detroit falling underneath that.
I have my weird prediction for the year is that Houston is going to win more games than they should, and by that I mean like they're going to win 6 games, or 7.
So more than 4.
Yeah, like I'm all over that. I'm not rocked up over that, but I'm just saying. If you want to get involved and put a little big boy stack on it, I would say maybe it's worth it.
Okay.
Interesting to see New England at 9.5 compared to Dallas at 9. A lot of people are buying the Mac Jones hype. A lot of folks on that wagon.
I don't think I am. I am buying the fact they're getting their defensive players back that they didn't have last year, but I don't think you get rookie Mac Jones. And aside from the fact they're really not in an easy division. You play Buffalo twice, you play Miami twice. That's not small potatoes. Big games this week, and we'll pick a couple of them. But obviously, we have Tampa, Dallas, Thursday night kicking off the season. Jags and Houston will be marquee game here, I believe, because of Houston during the daytime. But Pittsburgh, Buffalo is also during the morning. A big game this weekend: Cleveland, Kansas City. You get Baker, Patrick Mahomes. But then you also have Green Bay and New Orleans playing in Jacksonville. Sunday night football, Chicago Bears at Will's backup team, the Rams. So good little slate. Anything else before we maybe let David undo that package that he was packaging earlier and talk what the hell is rocked up?
We also have to talk punishments too, or bets, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
what's at stake here on the year?
Or I guess, David, so I understand, are you saying Rocked Up is affiliated with Dip Picks, or is this H report here?
This is basically this is what you're super rocked up for.
Gotcha.
And of course, rocked up being an erection joke because I'm 37.
Is it bad that we do so many dick jokes? I'm like, wait, which dick joke is this?
Correct. It's become a problem, KJ. You can still get out if you want.
No, we're here. We're in it. I promoted this from the main socials. What am I rocked up for? Give me a triple chub or low key for, I think, Iowa State. Not Iowa State. What did I say earlier? Pitt, Tennessee. I think my morning is going to start off right. I have a feeling that Ohio State, Oregon is going to be a letdown. It's a huge game, ton of talent, a lot of players that will get drafted. But I have a feeling we're going to get a sneaky competitive game out of Pitt, Tennessee, starting the Saturday off. So give me 3 solid chubs there.
Will, how's your connection?
I don't know. Tell me. How am I sounding right now?
We almost got there. What are you rocked up for, man?
rocked up for everything. I'm rocked up for Cristiano Ronaldo making his Manchester United debut. Rocked up to have a big plate of hummus in front of me. Plate of NFL games on Sunday.
Oh, let's go.
I'm hanging all day on Sunday. Sunday is for the boys. Sacking all day Sunday, which means Fritz and I, his first ever NFL Sunday, sitting on the couch together, just watching the boys ball. I can confirm that I will be adding the $10 a month charge to TV that I don't pay for because my sister-in-law pays for it, and we will be watching everything.
Red Zone. There you go.
Well said.
Red Zone is the best thing of all time. I am rocked up for, of course, the old Southwest Conference rivalry game and soon to be SEC game. I already mentioned it, but Texas, Arkansas. I'm very excited for that. I'm excited to see Josh Heupel, Tennessee's new coach, how his physical condition continues to deteriorate over the years with his just completely letting himself go. He looked like absolute shit.
It was bad.
It's so funny to me.
I don't even mean that like a Mike gaming way. Like
I don't know. He was anyway. I want to see how my boys handle the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Bucks after they're returning all 22 starters. I want to see how they're going to handle that in Tampa Bay. Don't have a lot of high hopes for it, but I want to see how the boys do with the offensive line back. Dak is back, and new D coordinator. Can't get any worse than they played last year on defense. So we'll see about it.
I didn't give any parameters for rocked up. I didn't. Not only did I not give parameters, I didn't even tell you guys we were doing something called rocked up. But Dylan just is mega rocked up. Like the dude could not be more torqued for just multiple games. Like,
I talked about how I was rocked up to see how a coach is just gaining weight at a rapid clip. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. But here we are.
Oh man, Dylan is just still on his gang shit. Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
As I mentioned earlier, I'm kind of pumped for Utah BYU. Mainly, obviously, there's the Charlie Brewer connection. There's the I think third or fourth on the depth chart Duncanville connection. Shout out Jaquindon Jackson. Maybe Charlie in the second string backup quarterback. Their helmet pops off in a safe way, and you get to see a little Jaquindon time, and we all have fun watching it. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. It seems unlikely. But it's a late night game, right, KJ? So
correct.
That'll be like a Saturday night. I get home from whatever. Oh, Micah's thing, and I've had a few, and I just sit on the couch and I throw on Utah BYU.
I hear it. I would also like to add, I am in my pandering way, extra rocked up for newly engaged Luca and Juliet. Shout out to Juliet, a real one in the chat all the time. So with that said, for the first time this year.
Oh, yeah.
No, seriously? So gross.
Dip Picks brought to you by DraftKings. All lines used will be from the DraftKings Sportsbook, as we told you earlier. Get in there, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Big news coming this weekend because we will be creating a Too Much Dip league for week-to-week competitions where you can jump in, and we'll be doing DFS lineups, some of them just for fun. Some of them, maybe we'll throw a little scratch at it. We'll see. But we'll roll that out this weekend. I had to do a little tinkering to my username because HotBoy6969 is not something I wanted to share with the people. But let's jump in. For those new here, Dip Picks will pick all of these games against the spread week to week. All games will count as 1 point unless they are declared to be that player's big boy stack. We will have Will in our fourth slot this year. We'll figure out our bet payoff. We had some thoughts on this earlier. I know we're up against the clock. Any thoughts for what your payoffs would be?
Loser has to participate in a flash mob.
I like it.
That's terrible.
I think
loser has to attach truck nuts to their vehicle for 1 month.
Oh,
ooh.
One of us traverses the state weekly. That's
that's not my problem, KJ.
And then my thought was to add a stipulation that being that we'll have Will in the seat and a celebrity picker for the rest of the year, we'll use that as the Mendoza line. Anybody who gets beat by Will or whoever's in spot 4 on the year, so it could be one person, could be two, could be all three of this, got to go live stream from karaoke and a song of the people's choosing. So
that's the worst.
You don't get to go throw your heat. But
that's extreme.
We can't have Micah.
Michael
would lose on purpose. Yeah.
Yes.
But he wouldn't get to pick the song is the thing. So
he has one song and one song only.
He doesn't care.
With all that said, let's dive in. We'll figure out the payoff by next week. I do want some feedback from the listeners on what the payoff could be or should be. Hit us up on the dip line. 833-371-3477 with your ideas for bet payoffs and or just how's your team doing? Just let us know. We really care. Start us off. Thursday night football. Dallas at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is favored by 8.5. David.
Oh, this one hurts. Give me Tampa Bay because I think Dallas is just going to get taken to the shed. They're going to get Mike Leach, take him to the concussion shed, lock him in there for a little bit. It's going to be bad, baby.
Dylan.
Brain says Tampa Bay. Heart says Dallas. I always say bet with your heart. Let's go, boys. We them boys. Let's go.
Someone trying to start off in
8.5 kind of big.
Well, I agree with you. 8.5 is a ton of
What's average? 6?
Average spread 4.5. I want to say. Okay. You're right.
Come on,
yeah, that's right. I'm an adult with a kid. What are you gonna do about it?
8.5 is a lot of points. But give me Tampa Bay. They're bringing everyone back. You've still got Gronk. I believe they've got Antonio Bryant's contract all sorted out. 11 points comfortably. Even though Dallas is healthy, I don't think they've had everyone playing together yet since like week 3 last year. Will.
Y'all them boys. Give me the boys.
Let's go.
All right.
I'm not taking the team that has a quarterback that's more focused on going viral than winning games at this point.
Oh,
Tom Brady's never focused.
No, he doesn't care about winning at all. He just wants to go roll.
Just a clout chaser. He's the Brendan of the NFL.
Old fake ass Brendan. I hope y'all brought up his fake niece he never talks about. Old plant. Oregon. 12th ranked Oregon at 3rd ranked Ohio State. Ohio State's favored by 14.5. I think this opened up as a 10-point spread. It has grown to 14.5. Whoever wants to start.
Go ahead.
I am not yet sold on Ohio State's offense. I watched them play. The quarterback, sluggish start. He did make some plays, but I'm not quite sold on him yet. And I'm a big Thibodeau guy, so I'm going Oregon.
I'll hop in right there with you. I'm going to take Oregon to cover for sure. Their run defense was embarrassing. Oregon, I think, can run the ball. TBD if Thibodeau plays, but regardless, I don't see a 15-point, slaughtering for sure. Will or David?
I will go. I will be taking the Buckeyes here. I have faith in the Big Ten. I have faith in Ohio State. I have faith in everything. We're going with Ohio State.
David.
I like that. You know what, man? I learned today that there's some talking ducks out there. People don't know about that, but if you listen to Circling Back, there's a duck who can talk, and it's kind of creepy. Honestly, it's one of the creepiest things that's ever happened on our podcast.
Stella.
Honestly, though, 14.5 is a lot. I think Oregon can keep it within 2 scores. Give me Oregon.
All right. While we're waiting on Dylan to come back, I do want to acknowledge the bet payoff from last year was established and it's in process. Since I didn't record in studio last Monday, I did not bring them with me. But we are the owners of an over-the-ear Cole Campbell / Madonna / Britney Spears Garth Brooks headset. Who is rocking that for next week's episode or next week's live stream TBD, but I believe that will be David. We will follow it.
I think I lost. Even
You
if I didn't, I owe the people one for the Arby's polo.
Did you pick Oregon? I'm sorry, I typed that in.
I did.
Okay. All right. Iowa State, number 10 at number 9, midday game. Iowa State is favored here by 4.5. I'm going to jump out and say I've got Iowa to cover. I like Iowa State. I want them to win, like Matt Campbell. Iowa's defense looked really, really, really good last week. So I'm taking Iowa.
Apologies for the doorbell Stella situation. I'm all over Iowa State, KJ.
Okay.
For no good reason. I didn't watch either team play last week, but just got a feeling.
Dude, I was binging all the games last weekend, so I did see a lot of that game last week, and I think it's going to be a bounce back performance from Iowa State, even though their coach is Matt Campbell, who I do have an issue with on a sports and a personal level. I'm riding with them. Let's go.
Will, who are your picks?
I've got a lot of faith in the Big Ten. I've said that. Unfortunately, in this case, we have overlooked the fact that Iowa State does move their body like a cyclone, and I will be going with them. Iowa State is the pick.
I respect it.
Wow.
I really respect it. Texas at Arkansas. Arkansas getting 7 points at home. Number 15, Texas at Arkansas. Give me Texas. I'm going to ride with Texas this year unnecessarily until I learn my lesson. Keep an eye out for new podcast, Bijan and Kajan podcast coming soon.
Okay.
You already know who I'm picking. Bijan runs wild. Texas, I mentioned it last week. They played a very clean game against Louisiana. I think Arkansas is going to need some turnovers to pull this one out. I don't see it happening. I like Texas by 13-ish.
Ooh.
David.
I like Texas. I think they're going to put up like 400 yards on the ground. I think look, I believe in Sark. I don't know. They were good last week. Like, dude, the Hudson Card kid, this kid can really spin it.
Okay. Will, are you legally to say anything but Texas here?
I am allowed to say anything other than picking Texas here, but unfortunately, last week, Sark he made me a believer. I'm officially a part of the house of Winterfell, and I will be going with this.
Nothing is upset this entire show until Will drops a House of Sark reference. Since we know he's a big Game of Thrones guy.
He's been watching it.
Dude, have you seen these fucking weddings that they're doing there?
They're wild.
The cost of flowers alone, damn.
I mean, they're just crazy. The red one.
Let's go back to NFL games. Pittsburgh at Buffalo. Buffalo's favored at home by 6.5. Josh Allen and his wideouts without Vax getting 6.5 at home. David.
Oh man, I don't know. Has Beasley dropped any fire mixtapes lately? I haven't seen anything. I keep checking Spotify. Give me Buffalo. I ride for Western New York, even though they're going to be in Austin in the next 3 years. I'm riding with them. Let's go.
Dylan.
I'm also on Buffalo, and I'm realizing David and I have a lot of the same picks, but I'm definitely going Buffalo here. Yeah, their offense is too explosive. That's a good football team, and it's in Buffalo. They win by 10.
Pittsburgh won 13 games last year, maybe 12. They won a lot, and they had no running game. Najee Harris looks good. I think Buffalo's still legit, but they're not going to win by 7. So give me Pittsburgh. Will.
You got to go with Buffalo in this case. I live my life bone in, Buffalo wing style. Going with Buffalo.
Damn. They used to call you Bone In.
They did. D-Bone.
Yeah.
The original J-Bone.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland at Kansas City. Kansas City favored by 5.5 at home. Battle of Texas Tech quarterbacks. I'm sure we'll see the OU Texas Tech game highlights for 10 minutes before this game. I'll hold off on picking first here. Dylan, who do you have?
Oh, I'm going Cleveland. Cleveland, and I don't have a great reason for it. I just I think KC has a lot of expectations, and I just think they're going to fall a little short game one.
David.
Man, it's tough to bet against Baker because, like, against all odds, he walked on to Texas Tech. Just nobody wanted him out of high school. You know, Lake Travis. Nobody had ever heard of Lake Travis. Wasn't like a powerhouse in Texas or anything. And then, like, they didn't want him at Tech. And then he went to OU, and he's like, "Hey, I'm playing intramurals. Look at me." And then, "Oh, well, you got something." And then next thing you know, he's winning the Heisman. It's tough to bet against that, but I'm gonna bet against it. Give me Patty the Batty. Pat Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Thank you.
Will, Kansas City's favored by 5.5 at home versus Cleveland. Who do you have?
Everyone knows that Cleveland rocks, but in this case, they can kick rocks. I'm going KC, baby.
Okay.
Man.
Look at that.
Kansas City simply because they're at home as well. I respect you, David, for backing off of the Northeast Ohio height jokes. And now, while we do not have the getting big drop, I will simply say it is time for your big boy stacks. A reminder, this pick counts for 3. It does not need to be one of these games. I did not put a lot of other odds on here, but there are a few others in the rundown above if you need to pick from some of those. Texas
It can
State,
be any game,
Correct.
game, any sport, Will.
correct. So if you want to pick Man U, be my guest. If you want to pick F1, but you've got to pick the winner, plus whatever. Yeah, actually not F1 because everyone's just going to say Max. That's too
Yeah,
easy.
don't do no F1.
Is there a race this week? Do we have a race? Do we have a race this week?
I don't know. I have no idea.
How do they handicap F1 races?
I have no clue. No
Anybody
clue.
know?
They let the air out of like one of the guy's tires.
Dave, I just looked it up. Dave, it's in Italy this week, your homeland.
Should have known.
Ragazzi.
All right. I will start my big boy stack of the week. Should come as no surprise. Jacksonville being favored by only 3 at Houston is an absolute joke. Give me the Jaguars to cover, win for my big boy stack of the week.
Go, Cox.
That's what I'm going to go with because it's the button I hit.
Okay. Come on.
Gosh,
who wants to go? Gillen?
big.
Yeah, I took
You
it
say-
off. And until we have fewer opinions on weather patterns and other public health items, we're going to have some changes.
Well, KJ, might I counter with his declaration that October 31st is Batty Ween. So celebrate appropriately. Is he back on your good graces or what?
Glizzy!
What is your big stats?
You know what? I'm going with Texas. I know that sounds lame, but I just feel really, really good about this game. Like I said, Bijan runs wild. He hangs 200 on Arkansas, and Texas wins by double digits.
We're back!
There we go. Texas.
Yeah.
Step out of your
Texas.
comfort zone one time for a player. Come on.
It's a big boy stack. Hey, if you have paid attention to my historical picks,
I haven't. No one has.
I'm pretty good with Texas.
Okay.
I'm
All
fair.
right.
Fair.
We will allow the guests to pick last. David, you better not pick whoever's playing the Rangers.
KJ, I have no choice but to do this to you. Give me Houston. Getting 3 at home over the Jags. Sorry, Trevor.
Houston plus
It's not-
3. What a joke.
Houston wins 6 games this year.
What a joke. Well, this isn't one of them. Neither against the Jags are going to be one of them. Urban Meyer, proven great decision maker at the professional level. It's been shown all offseason.
Look, I know they looked really good against the Cowboys third string the other night. Like, I get it, but you need to just tap the brakes a little bit, man. It'll happen. Just let it be patient.
I'll be insufferable on Sunday. Will, moment we've all been waiting for.
The celebrity pick. How am I coming in?
Via Wet Jets. How about that? Sponsored by
This
Wet
weekend.
Jets.
This weekend, we're going to Manchester at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Varane's first start at Old Trafford. Sanchez's first start at Old Trafford. Cavani's first start at Trafford in front of a full crowd. Cristiano Ronaldo's return to the Old Trafford Theater. We're going Manchester United minus 1.5 against Newcastle United.
Calm down, Greg. It's soccer.
Oh man, don't do my man's like that.
So I know that we're picking soccer here. You're saying what was the line, or what do I need to be paying? What's the bet you're taking
They're
here?
minus 1.5.
Okay.
It's going
So
to be
they would need
absolute.
to win by 2 goals, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Just to make sure I'm following. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are so effing back. We're overtime, just like it always has been, always will be. But Will, thank you so much for joining us. And with all of that said, let's get the F out of here.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip.
You're not that guy, pal.
Dips.
You're not that guy.
Okay.
Okay? Absolutely.
Absolutely.